Hey guys, back with some more Bazaar, playing some dooley. Um, just gonna have some fun with it. And you know what, we'll go with an enchanted item on dooley. It's a little bit risky, but we're trying to have some fun, you know. Fiery Gianola bar, that's 3 burn every 5 seconds. Let's go with restorative hamlet, that could be interesting. And I mean, heal is really good now with the additional procs. What are we looking for here? We're looking for things that's slow. We'll have a look in Kina. And honestly, I'll get both of these bugs as well. I mean, maybe it's a Dualtron. Maybe it's a Dualtron video. We'll go for a Copper Red as well. We've got something pretty solid going on here. Virus would be really funny, but don't think we have the facilities for that. I will go for Banana Ball. I think Banana Ball could be really good here. We'd obviously want to get Overheal Haste, and that's about it. Alright, so, Banana Ball done. Give me Overheal Haste. Give me Overheal Haste. Ah, shame. But you know what? That's additional healing on our boy here. So I'm not mad at that. Cure is a little bit expensive. We could get Improvised Bludgeon or I think, is it Blockade or something? Improvised Blockade. You know, which would be able to contribute to our slow somewhat, but I think we'd rather come here and get maybe a medium item. See what we can get. The animation on this, it makes it look like shiny because of the highlight. So I always think I'm getting something shiny. We'll go for Tiny Furry Monster here because we have a friend. So we just want to come here for the additional XP. Wow. I mean, I talk about the names in the Bazaar, but there are some legendary ones, and that is that's a name. I have to say. That is a name. Red Fly Arc Blaster. So they have a little bit more damage than us, it looks like. However, we have heal and poison. So I have a feeling we're going to do better in the long run. Because we're going to be doing more damage to them over time. Because we'll be healing whatever minor damage they do. Not all of it, admittedly. But some. So we can see here, we're already ticking enough and they're going to die. Okay, cool. So, obviously beat that fight. Nice to get a win early on dooley. He's a little bit difficult to get into the late game now. What are we looking for here? I wouldn't mind Peaceful Eye, actually. It's not great upgraded, but we don't have a ton of money, so I'm not trying to spend that much gold. We'll go for Mattel here. We'd love to see some kind of slow. I think we're kind of obligated to take Drill here. We do a lot of different instances, so it can work. I don't think I'm interested in any of these, however. Let's see. A small item would be great. I kind of want to go for Mountain Pass here. River by Cooligan is going to be tough. That's a tomorrow fight. So we're probably going to lose this one pretty handedly. Going to do way too much damage to us for us to deal with. Let's have a look. 40, yeah, we're already shredded. We haven't even done 100 damage yet. And it's over. It's over. I mean, we knew we weren't going to win. It's a day 3 fight, so that is one negative of the event, is that, you know, sometimes you run into something like this and it's too difficult for you to deal with. So we're going to go for something a little bit safer. We'll just go for Giant Mosquito, which is a little bit of a nothing fight, so I will skip it. Alright, so, obvious win. We will come in here, grab our reward. Keen Eye, I'm not mad at that. We do have like 9% crit on these guys now, which isn't bad. We'll come for a weapon here. There's probably some better stuff. Now I know that tech is good on dooley. However, we don't have much of it, so I don't think that's what I'm going for. Wouldn't mind just getting a straight upgrade for the drill. That's what I'm going to run, I think. I think we want quicker instances here though. Like, we want something that will help us along in that regard. However, a level up is necessary. Well, it's not necessary, but it is the best choice there. Now, I don't mind the idea of a companion core or an ignition core here. And we just kind of see if the drill is still viable. I think I'll probably go for companion core. I think that makes the most sense to me. Now we get some haste here. And we run something like this. Well, actually, it's probably better to run something like this. Because we probably want the haste on power drill, just to fill in the gaps a little bit. And Hamlet is still doing nothing, by the way, but he's trying his best. You know, don't knock him. He's giving it a red hot go. So we got Bomb Squad, first Aiden. So he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be stacking burn because we will be purging some of it. And he does only have 300 HP. So I am optimistic about this. He does have some shield, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Look, it was closer than I thought it would be, but we do manage to pull it off. Just goes to show you how slow the power drill is now. Like, if we were having an old power drill at 10 seconds, it'd be going so much quicker. But what can you do? What can you do? Don't have much control over that. Now, I will go to Midsworth here just to have a look at the first shop. Or do I want to try transforming Hamlet because he's not doing anything? I think I might be saying goodbye to Hamlet. I'm not mad at a restorative Uzi. For now, it doesn't help with the companion core, but it's probably better than Hamlet for now. We'll get both of these. And we definitely want you on board here. Now we have some slightly quicker friends, so this is looking pretty good. We would love to get that schematics here. Could we afford it, though? If we sell both of you, we could. Is it worth sacking for economy until the end of the game? I don't know if we're going to replace these, though, is the only thing. I think it's worth it. It's risky, but I'm going to take that risk. We should be able to level up at the end of the day. So we'll give it a red hot go. And I think we should be able to take on Eccentric Ether right here. I believe this should go fast enough for us to take them out. I think it'll be a little bit close, but I think it should be okay. We should be getting enough charge on Firefly, which will give us enough procs on Companion Core. So we should be knocking off their shields, so they shouldn't be doing too much damage to us. We do have a little bit of heal as well, and our burn is stacking, so that's ticking down their shield as well. Yeah, this is a fight we're gonna win. So, win the fight. We'd love to see rigged, obviously. Wouldn't be mad at a force field. It's maybe something we could pivot into. Okay, you know what? It is money as well. So we can have a look in here. Medium items are exactly what we want to see. An upgrade to schematics. I'm willing to take that, honestly. I just hope that we get a good item on a level up. We got a medium. Non-tech items. That's no good, I don't think. It's a little bit unfortunate. Our board is very small. Do we want to upgrade a bronze tier item? We don't have any, so we'll come in here for Pip. Go for some bronze tier skills. We don't have any shield either, so we will re-roll. I'm gonna go for strength. A little bit of extra damage. There's no harm in that. And we are broke. Now we could sell you though, and get some more weapons on board. I don't think that's a bad idea. There's a lot of weapon-based friends, so... Okay. Yeah, I mean, let's sell you, and we'll get... mech moles? I guess. It's probably better here as well. So yeah, let's run something like that. Now we have some weapon scaling, I guess. It's not phenomenal, but, you know, it's not nothing either. SG Hyperion. I don't know, I think I preferred, intact Hymen. Or broken Hymen, I forget. Okay, lots of shield. And a scaling damage, so he has defense and scaling damage. I think we're not gonna do enough to them before they kill us. Never mind, we got there. We got very lucky that the fire procced before the shield activated, and we kind of went under the shield in a split second there. It does happen quite a bit. You get things that don't really register, or they register like at a very specific time, and I don't know how game mechanics really work, but obviously something takes precedence, and something activates over the other. Okay, it's DJ Robot time. That thing is phenomenal for this sort of build. We get rid of mech moles here because it sucks. It does suck. And we'll go for something like this, I believe. Run a build like this. Now we have a lot of haste. We still have our adjacent cooldown for Nanobot, and we're still looking pretty good. I'm really liking the setup that we have here. Now I will go for relax. I don't know what sort of fight we're getting, but if we get a tough one, we could take it. I think we'll take out a Hexa here anyway. We should have enough damage to kill her. Virus is obviously a little bit scary for our board, but it's not crazy, just because it does take 8 seconds to activate. And we're going to get a significant amount of damage in before that even gets to go. Yeah, not too worried. There we go. Solar Farm could be an interesting pick. Or Rapid Injection System. Solar Farm, there we go. Now we aren't burning too much yet, so I don't know whether that's any good. Gold Submersible, I don't think is something we're going to be running. I think we can just sell that. And again, that's what schematics is so good for. Like, if you don't use the tech items, it's so great for your economy as dooley. Because, you know, as Vanessa, you get your Cove, and, you know, that's kind of really how you get your money. But as dooley, you don't have many ways, unless it's this, or unless it's the small friend distribution thing. Now, my question is, do we have enough burn to allow this to be good? I don't think so. I mean, because we want DJ Robot to be getting charged, so we need friends for that. So I don't think Solar Farm is the answer, to be honest with you. Left-handed is great here, and I think we'd probably flip our board for that. Just so we get it on drill, because I think drill still goes slightly faster. So we will just flip our board quickly. Do this. And we definitely want to go for small items. We're built up of a lot of that. So come in here, we'll get our upgrade. Bomb Squad is just good to have in here. We get some more damage and we get more activations on DJ Robot. Now we aren't slowing, so unfortunately Hamlet doesn't really do much for us. And I guess the decision to sell that, sell all of our items and buy into schematics was kind of good for us. We've managed pretty well after that. So we want to buy Feather here, we want to buy Old Sword, and we want to buy you. We get a significant amount more burn, more damage, and some cooldown, which especially on Drill, now that its cooldown is so high, it is very, very important that we maximize our cooldown on it as much as possible. Now I think that's a 1, so it is A1R46, or Air 46, I think is what they're trying to infer. Seaweed, toxic seaweed, jellyfish, it's a lot of poison. However, 580 HP, you're not looking too fresh there. You're looking a bit green in the gills there, Vanessa. I'm sure you have another salvo in you, Vanessa, but like we already came about and we already decked you. So on to the next day. We're on a bit of a roll here. We've done really well so far. Now, Tinker would be really good for us because we do run friends so much. It's a really hard decision in between these two. Tinker's expensive, and we only have 12 gold, so I think Mountain Pass might just edge it out for me. You know what? Maybe we should have gone to Tinker, but 1 income is fine. We'll go for Mattel here. Mattel's a little bit cheaper. We can get some cool stuff. Satcom is one of those cool things. We won't re-roll because we need our money, but we kind of... Now we have a really good setup for our economy and for our board. We'll get, hopefully, some cool items out of these two, and it'll be super beneficial for us, really. Yeah. Now, Trashdown Mayor did get a cool rework in the last patch, I think, or the one beforehand, where now, you know, he actually does some damage, and he actually does some shield. These aren't just at their base stats anymore, and they are also a higher rarity. The only thing is that when you get these, they start from base, which, you know, it makes sense. Now, Temporary Shelter on dooley is good. However, like, we've already got such a, like, you know, tapped in board that I don't think it's that. We will go for a Silver Tier Friend here, though. We could get something interesting. Poison. What's her cooldown? 6 seconds versus 9. It's probably slightly better. Although every 4 seconds, 3.9, we haste. Honestly, let's do this. It's more activations for Power Drill, so it might be a little bit better. We'll hold on to Copper Red for now, though. We'll come in here to weapons. We can search for a Power Drill upgrade. Florence is also really good. Um, 3 seconds. Does that go off in 3 seconds? I don't know. Bulldozer is also decent at the minute as well, but I think we're kind of in the drill zone at the minute. We'll go for small items. We're built for small items. That's a bit more tech. Okay, early fiber optics. Wow. I mean, we'll take that. That could be really interesting. How would we fit that in on our board? Would we? Maybe we'd replace this and do something like that. We get some more haste on first aid, but at the minute, I don't think it's worth it. It could be though, so we'll hold on to it. And is it worth it to have copper red in? No, I think 5 seconds is still a little bit high, and we'd still rather have this combination on the board. I'd be looking to get rid of Companion Core soon. I don't think it's doing too much. And in fact, would it be worth it to get rid of it now? Get some more... well, it's still a friend, so we wouldn't be increasing our nanobot damage. But it would mean that we get to put fiber optics on the board and copper ed. I think I'm reluctant. It's been winning us games, so I think we'll stick with it. Now we're at a Vanessa who is at our level. So this is where it does get a little bit more tricky. We have Cruise so far, but I have a feeling this Vanessa's going to be a little bit stronger. So we've got an Elemental Death Charge. Now, 1000 HP, we're not going to kill this Vanessa within, you know, this amount of time now. So they're going to get that off. However, it's looking like we're in a pretty good spot. And never mind, we are going to kill them in that time. And keep in mind, we're not inhibiting their board at all. We don't have any sort of slow or freeze. So we did manage to kill them pretty quick. And that's 1000 HP. So that's what we're kind of going to be working on. So with Dooley, his late game is just making it as infinite as possible. Dooley's whole end game is just go faster, basically. Which does work well. Now, see, this is where I'm considering getting rid of Companion Core. And I think it's probably worth it at this point because we want to go for something like this. And then just for something like that. Because now what we have is more friends to charge DJ Robot, which is already just better than Companion Core. And we also get another slow on this. And these will synergize with each other. And we also have Copper Ed that synergizes with Black Spider. We'll hold on to the core for now. There's no reason for us to sell it yet. I mean, if we see someone like a Midsworth, then we'd probably get rid of it. But I think for now, this is kind of our board. Z-Sword is interesting, but not for our friend's build. It's great for tech and when you have large items. Now, Bill Dozer is also great. Power Drill upgrade is also phenomenal though. Now, but gold large Bill Dozer on day 6 would be really good. So, it's a tough choice, and I think I kind of want to see whether drill is still playable, but I know Bill Dozer is so good. What would we have to sell to get it? We've got 12 here, which gives us 22, and we'd have to sell one more thing. So it'd probably be something from this board, maybe Bomb Squad. Are we willing to pivot all the way to Bill Dozer? I think it could be really good, right? It isn't perma-hasted though, because it is 6 seconds of cooldown. I think it's probably worth it in the long run. I think maybe Drill just doesn't... Does Drill make it now? Like, is Drill gonna meet the cut? I don't know. So let's commit to this. And let's sell these, because, you know, that's what keeps the game interesting. So we'll give it a red hot go. And it's still not enough. Did I miscalculated because it was 22. We'll get rid of SATCOM then. This is better out for our economy. Okay, so we've got to build those bunch of friends. I think I'd be very comfortable with taking on the Loan Shark here. We should have plenty of haste. Our startup time is pretty good with these two going relatively quickly. So let's take a look at our damage. Like 400. Our only real problem is the time in between activations. Like, we're not putting damage on constantly, however, we're looking at our board and we have perma-haste. We go fast enough to get our whole board hasted. Shark Claws isn't going to make it. It's not a friend. It's not what we want. Crypto is great here. It's phenomenal for our econ. And a silver or lower, it's in between Black Spider and DJ Robot. I think I would prefer to upgrade DJ Robot. Oh, actually, I think Black Spider might be a little bit better. I find this thing so hard to find. Like, you only find it at silver and then you just don't get it again. We will take a Deadly Jewel here. Could be really good. And a Dire Mosquito, that's great. It's a nice easy fight for us, which means we get to do that. And we wouldn't mind actually getting Paralyzing Rush. That could be really good for us. And look at how fast this Red Firefly is going now. So yeah, we would like to see some crit scaling. Obviously, we got really lucky there with 4%. But if we see something like, you know, when you haste gain crit, we would love to take something like that. So obviously Bill Dozer decreases our items cooldowns as well. Ooh, Crypto has some pretty high value there, so we'll sell it. We will go for Pole here and have a look. Multicast, it doesn't really interest us. I will re-roll here. Railgun, cool tech item. Made a video on it already, but we're all about friends. We're all about dooley friendship. Dice lol. We've had a pretty good run so far. Vanessa in the mid game is a little bit scary. We'll see what we're up against. Flagship. Wide flagship build. Interesting. I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm not... It doesn't scare me a whole bunch, to be honest with you. And yeah, I'm looking at the damage right now, and it's not making the cut. Okay, so I think pivoting to Bill Dozer was the right decision. He does like 620 damage. After, I don't know how many seconds that was, but it wasn't that long. So I think that was a, you know, a decent decision on our part. Now we could get Region Artisan Dunes, however, we do have 34 gold, and we do have some small and medium items, so we don't mind coming here and checking it out. We'll pick up a Crypto, it's money on sale, so we can just get free money. Nitro is decent, but like we're not running Drill. We're all about friends, so we don't care about any of these really. Weapon skills, poison skills. We don't poison all that much. We do have 2 weapons. However, Dooley doesn't have quality weapons, which is kind of what I'd be looking for. And maybe removing Nanobot. So I think I'll come to all on here. You can sell Motherboard. Motherboard isn't useful to us. First Strike isn't great either because we're all about scaling our Bill Dozer off of multiple uses. Buddy System is useless as well, so we'll just re-roll here. I mean, right-handed is fine. 8% crit is also interesting, and we're not going to have many weapons. I think we'll probably just take right-handed. Just stick it on this, and that's okay. We'll go to Keeney here. We do have a lot of non-weapon items that we'd like to get. Namely, upgrades for our friends here. That's good to see. Like, we would like to see the Green Beetle instead of Copper Red. It would just make Black Spider go a little bit faster because of the fact that they charge off of each other. And then we probably also want to see Nanobots removed eventually as well. And just run the traditional Bugs Bill Dozer or Bugs Dualtron, Bugs Drill, whatever. That's kind of what we're it's what we're looking into here. And I guess Bill Dozer, it kind of goes to show that this is still a little bit viable. And we'll see with Chili Charles here, because he is a great lockout build. But this looks like a gimme, to be honest with you. Obviously, Chili Charles, especially with a high damage build like this, he's a little bit of a bum. So we'll take that victory. And we will take Reaching the Summit, because we kind of want to see Blue Beetle in our build. That's something that we'd want to see. Let's see. 8 is fine. I'll take that value. We're just looking for upgrades here. We don't get it, and that's fine. 6 seconds. It's so insane how much more scaling this has. Obviously, the cooldown on this is a little bit more valuable. But, like, it has literally double the damage. This does have less cooldown, though. And I think the cooldown is slightly more important. Is Curio good for us here? It's more burn. It could be more haste as well. So we'll come in and have a look. We'll take the poison. We'll take the crit and the cooldown. Put our cooldown in here and our crit on there. And we just do something like that. I'm not too interested in re-rolling. It just feels like a little bit of a waste. We could find some upgrades for some certain things, but I don't think there's much need. Ling with 2 Gs. Level 8 Mac. Let's see what we're up against. This is the new expansion. That's what I would be most scared of. Aladel. Still running an Aladel on the board on day 7 isn't really a great sign. However, Calcinate and Retort at that high of a level of burn is probably... It's okay, but yeah, it's not going to beat our Bill Dozer. Bill Dozer the GOAT, man. This guy's popping off. We would love to have gotten that over heal haste. Okay. 7 days 1 on dooley with this cute little friends build. I will go for Silver Tier Friend. Silver Tier loot item could be good. But it's not always. Obviously, Silver Tier Friend always isn't good as well. Always isn't good. Yeah, I guess that makes sense considering what we just got. And yeah, this thing has just been fueling our economy. It's been phenomenal this run. And a DJ robot upgrade is also great. Means we get a better nanobot in here as well. I can't ever see us having 2 on the board, so it's probably better just to stick that in there. I don't know what medium item we're really looking for, but we have the money for a $2 reroll, so we will we'll give it a glance. Small items are great for us. We're still looking for beetles, bugs even, more things. That's not it. We've been a little bit unfortunate in our search for more bugs, I will admit. Wandering Shoal here is great. This is how we're going to get our level up, and we would love to see Thick Hide because we do slow a little bit. And this goes off pretty rapidly, so that going off every, you know, 2.5 seconds or less and giving us 2 seconds of charge each time it goes off would be pretty good. Especially if we, you know, coincidentally get it on Bill Dozer, because our only harm is that, you know, it takes 3 seconds to go off, which isn't long because of the haste. But, you know, if we get slow on us, then that could be really impactful to our build. Large items here are great. Not what we're looking for, however. Also not what we're looking for. Now, 3D printer is obviously an interesting item. However, the whole point of our board is that it charges off of each other. So we want our friends to be used as often as possible, and this, in that regard, isn't going to help. It could be interesting with nanobots. However, I think I would prefer to come here, and just stick with Bill Dozer. Dualtron mainframe is interesting. However, I think DJ Robot is better right now. And it's also still really solid on Dualtron. Dualtron mainframe probably takes the edge a little bit because it gives it the core type, it gives it more charge. However, I think DJ Robot, just because of all the haste instances and the amount of times it's getting used, it already does great work on Dualtron. Yeah, still not really what we're looking for. We want to see our bugs. Radiant, I think it's just time that we go for a random on Bill Dozer. This is the guy who's doing our damage. And Shiny is pretty brilliant, I'm not gonna lie to you. That is, that's pretty great. Now, we're gonna do a ton more damage. We could have checked to see what our tech item was there. A little bit of a misplay. Although it's tech, so it's unlikely it's gonna go on the board. Up against a Ballista, that could be pretty scary. Oh, and with the diving weights as well. However, it's not adjacent to aquatic items, so it's not going to go off very quickly. So we're just kind of going to eat him before he gets to do any real damage. It started going, and I don't think it would have killed us, but it would have been close. But not fast enough. We're a pretty quick build, so... Okay, lens, we're not tech, so we don't care about that. Keener, we'll come here and have a glance. Again, it's feeding us not items that we want to see. But Copper Ed is phenomenal. Like, this is going to go off 3.2 seconds. It's so fast. This is going to give Black Spider a ton of charge, which is really good to see. Okay, small items again, it's what we want to see, so... Blue Beetle at silver will pick it up, however, it's not phenomenal at silver in this board. I think I prefer to have it this way, because we obviously still don't have anything that even charges off of freeze yet. It does give us a little bit of crit chance, but I don't think that really matters. Question is, will we take 1 shot, 1 kill? 9-second cooldown, so it goes off every 4.5 seconds. But then it also does triple damage. It would be interesting. It would kind of screw us if we wanted to pivot to Dualtron. I'd probably take it though, because it would make things, you know, it'd make things interesting. And I like making things interesting sometimes. Would you look at that? Wait, we don't only have one weapon though. So, for now, it's actually okay. And what would this look like? 8.7 seconds, 300 damage off rip. Only thing is that, oh, well, we do get some charge, but Copperhead isn't charging. Let's just wait, and we'll test it out in a monster fight. I think that's probably the move. Drill is interesting. Not really our thing. Dualtron is also really great. Diamond on day 9 is pretty cool. Bill Dozer at shiny though. Is it worth selling it to pick it up? It's more interesting, I think, to stick with shiny Bill Dozer. We'll keep this guy around. He's been good to us. Now, crit skills could be good. It's kind of looking like we're going to be putting freeze in our board, so I come in here. I think we'll just go for Frostfire here. We do burn relatively quickly. Have a look at Bark in here. We're still looking for an upgrade for Bill Dozer. I don't think we care about a silver Sacom. We don't really care about getting silver friends at this stage. Antimatter chamber. You know what? It's gold. I can't be mad at that. Wolof. Wolof? I don't know how you'd say that, but that's their name. Let's have a look at what we're up against. We're up against single weapon Vanessa, deadly katana, lots of slow. A lot of slow. So that is going to impact how fast we go. But their damage scaling, I have to say, isn't phenomenal, so I think we should have the edge. Obviously, Fiery, Dark Water, Anglerfish, and Tripwire is great for our burn. We do have a little bit of defense here with First Aid, because it'll be purging that 10% every 1.5 seconds, basically. On to day 10. Yeah, Keener. Great shop for us. That's what we want to see. I think if we see an upgrade for Blue Beetle, we'd consider running it a bit more. DJ Robot is a great upgrade. And for now, we'll do something like this. It might not stay like this, who knows. Because we are going to test that out in this fight, actually, where... prove your poison items. I think we'd prefer to go for monster skills. This is an insane pull. Wow, for one event, you get 2 diamond. I mean, we can enchant, what, Copper Ed? Copper Ed it's a great item, but I don't think it's long term. I think I'd prefer to come here. We have so much money to spend. Gaining regen isn't bad, but I feel like we can do better. When you use a small item, heal 10 is actually really good. I'm going to take that because if we go up against Burn and Poison, that's going to be really strong for us. Now, we don't have a lot of defense here. I think going up against Veteran Octopus could be an issue. Especially with 8,000 HP. I think he is just going to kill us. We'll just come here to Lord of the Wastes. You take the safe option. Let's just level up before our next fight. You know, it would be good to go there and do that. However, I don't know if that's even possible, you know? Let's just see how much damage we're doing. Obviously, we heal a bunch, but it's not like a ton, you know? Like, we're healing 10, and that's not going to be enough to defend against the onslaught and the amount of health that he has as well. We didn't test that, so we'll probably just stick with this for now. Medium and large items. Obviously, we want to see an upgrade for Bill Dozer. Chem Snail is interesting, but I don't think it's interesting enough to run over anything else. We'll go for a loot item here. Heal. Heal is fine. We have a bit of money here, so I will go to Aerodome, try and get something interesting. We'll go for Tox Clocks. We could get some cool upgrades. Namely, Black Spider is probably what we're searching for. Yeah, these aren't it, unfortunately. Okay. pretty good build so far up against a Mac. We will, I think, keep it this way. I mean, we forgot to test it out. So, like, I don't want to just screw us by, you know, swapping it out, having the cooldown be too high, and then we just lose. So we'll stick with this for now. If we lose, then we can test it. Fast done it. Fast done it. Cool. Let's see what they have. It is a shielded rapid injection system with barbed claws, so he's playing the new expansion. He is going to be getting a ton of regen. Let's see if we can get to the point where we're one-shotting him. And now the good thing about this, that poison that he's putting on us, look at how fast it's getting purged. So I think eventually we are just going to one-shot them. However, their damage is scaling. Let's see what... It's going to be close here, I think, actually. I think they have an edge. Wow. Yeah, we just go too slow. Obviously, their poison wasn't really affecting us. However, Bill Dozer wasn't getting enough damage on them to one-shot. Well, now that does mean we can test out our build. Which is this. So we'll slot this in here and try this out. The funny thing is that, honestly, we probably would have won that if we had it like this. Robotic factory. We can't afford it. We can't afford it, unfortunately. Let's see. So 12, 24, 28. We get 40, but that's not enough. So stick with this. Robotics factory would be nice to have, but it's not feasible, I guess. Improve your weapons. Sure. I think we can get some crit chance here. Oh, actually, we probably want to upgrade it, right? That makes a bit more sense. Now we have even more cooldown on our friends. And I think now it's safe to say that we could take on the veteran octopus. I mean, well, let's see. Actually, it might not be safe to say. Who knows? We do go super fast, and we do slow, and have a little bit of freeze. So let's just see how much damage we're doing. That's half our HP. We need to kill them now. Okay. I do think this Bill Dozer is better. We're doing a lot more damage. Good to see. Tiny Cutlass, still a little bit of income, so that's fine. Upgrading an item. Probably what we want to do. We can sell all this now. We know this is better. Blue Beetle doesn't really matter. It does double our crit chance gain. I think I prefer to have Black Spider just so we go fast, though. It's our core, really. It charges this more. And yeah, Bazaar on here, we will go for some XP. I don't think it's really possible for us to level up unless we get, you know, another XP event, but that's unlikely. Nothing for us there. We're really just looking for upgrades for this board at the minute. Dumb. Don't know how you say it. I do like this Mac skin though. He is dripped out. So we're kind of just looking to one-shot a Mac. And we are, I think, a good matchup against a Mac that poisons just because of the amount of cleanse that we have. Bottled Explosion. Ooh. So this is going to be like charging super fast then, huh? Well, you know what? There you go. It was almost perfect. It was a shame we didn't get it. But, you know, one shot, one kill. And a shiny Bill Dozer. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Kind of our highlight is, you know, Bill Dozer giving all of our items such low cooldowns. And then, you know, we just kind of one shot. Maybe after 1 or 2 casts. Dualtron's probably better. In all honesty, Dualtron's probably better. However, with this, we get a quicker start. And yeah, underrated one with small refresh. I think it's what even almost gave us the victory in that second to last fight against Mac. Obviously, we still lost, but yeah. If you liked, feel free to subscribe. Drop a comment, drop a like. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.